Hey, Brenda Marcum is with us today from St. Mary's Medical Center. We're talking about this program aimed at helping people with Parkinson's disease. It's an aggressive approach for an aggressive situation. So you do the physical therapy part. It's called Big and Loud. And when it comes to what you have to do to get these people back on their feet, to help them cope with everything that's going on, what are some of the steps that you have to take?
Well, the first thing that they have to do is get an order from their physician. And once we come to see them, we'll evaluate them. And the program is 4 days a week, 1 hour sessions for a total of 16 sessions over 1 month.
So what are they doing during these sessions?
The sessions incorporate daily exercises that we see them for the duration of an hour. Also incorporating functional activities in that. And then they also, once they go home, they also have homework to do. They have to do every day that is part of the program protocol.
Right. You can't just make them better just by coming in every time. There's a lot of work that needs to do behind the scenes.
And they need to have good family support as well, because it doesn't just affect the patient, it affects the family members, the caregivers.
Right. Obviously, you have a lot of experience with this. You see patients coming in all the time. What are some of the functions, or at least the exercises, that you find yourself having to focus on them with? What's the most difficult that they need to be able to do in everyday life?
The biggest thing that you'll see with the patients is they come in with shuffling gait. It takes them a long time to get from point A to point B. A lot of times just trying to get from sitting to standing can be a difficult task because they just can't plan that activity out. They've lost the ability to just do it automatically.
And that's going to be hard, being able to, it seems like such an easy everyday function. We take it for granted, and then all the time see these people who are unable to do that anymore. Is there a part of that that just like breaks your heart, makes you want to continue to do something like this?
It's very sad, and especially once you get to know the patients and see how their home life has been affected, how it's affected their family members, their ability to caregive, their ability, in some cases, if they're out with their spouse is 10 feet ahead of them and they're lagging behind because they just can't keep up. It affects not just their emotional, their physical, it affects their interactions with their family members and everybody else.
So what does it mean to you to be able to try out this new approach to it called Big and Loud?
I think it's great because, we've seen through the program, not by us doing it, but just through different videos of people, how they've gone from being totally dependent on someone to being independent and active and being able to participate in their environment with their family, with their grandkids, with their children.
That's just amazing, to be able to see that happen. So if anybody wants to get involved, what should they do?
They need to contact their physician and get a prescription to come to physical therapy, and then they can call our main number at 304-526-1333 and get established with speech therapy or physical therapy.
And this all kicks off in July?
Correct, July 5th.
Okay, July 5th is when it officially starts. So then we'll be hearing, I'm sure, more about it as the program goes along. Thank you so much for coming in.
Well, thank you very much.
Brittany?